funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and reconnect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Salute everybody, salute. Happy Monday to y'all. I'm Urban, appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. I want to start off the show by saying this, all right? I want to show you everyone who's a urban lover, everyone who's on my subscribers. I want to give y'all gratitude. I also want to just show you my appreciation. The reason why I want to do this is because from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who responded to my post the other day regarding my birthday. I thank you so much for that. A matter of fact, let me show y'all this real quick. Let me share this real quick with y'all. I think it's this screen. Now this post has got over 43 likes, over 12 people commenting under the post, and also a lot of content creators shared out this post as well too. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all wishing me happy birthday. I appreciate y'all like I was supporting the channel, supporting the stream. Well, if you just watch my whole podcast episode, or if you watch a little bit of it, believe me, it helps the channel out a whole lot. Even if you share it out, even if you just drop a cash out, it helps the channel out. And for the bottom of my heart, I appreciate y'all a whole lot. And I thank y'all so much for that. And I see the chat, I'll address it in a few seconds. But I appreciate y'all a whole lot. This let me know that y'all really are urban lovers. Y'all appreciate the content that I put out. Even though y'all may agree with it, even though you may disagree with it. But at the end of the day, that let me know that y'all overall appreciate it and y'all are urban lovers. And I thank y'all for that, for real. Because y'all the one who make this channel popping. Y'all the one normally make it popping, but it's because of y'all that my channel had evolved the way it is going. And it's going to keep on evolving into more creative ways where I come up with more creative experiences to make the channel as entertaining, thought-provoking, challenging your mentality, all that stuff, for y'all. So I appreciate that. Appreciate every last one of y'all who comment under this post. Appreciate that a whole lot. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Now, for my birthday myself, what did Eric do for his birthday? Absolute nothing. I did absolutely, positively nothing, y'all. Kid you not. I didn't do nothing for my birthday at all. But there's a reason behind this, all right? The reason why I didn't do nothing for my birthday is because, as y'all know, I always say very busy man. If I'm not busy doing, my personal thing, which is, trying to provide for my family, working, provide for my family, I'm doing things pertaining to this podcast. So I'm always busy doing something. So it actually felt good for me to just sit there and just be still and do absolutely nothing. A matter of fact, Mrs. Urban, she had asked me, what is it that I desire to do for my birthday on Saturday? We was coming up with different ideas, right? Like going to a lounge, get a couple of drinks, listen to some music, think about all these different things. But I came up to the conclusion that I didn't want to do nothing. The reason why I didn't want to do nothing is because I realized that it is something about just being still and sitting in solitude sometimes, When you be still sometimes and sit in that solitude, it helps you out, especially mentally and spiritually. It helps you out a whole lot. It helps you to, think about a lot of things, that you really didn't have the opportunity to think about when you're busy. It gave me opportunity to reevaluate other things, and it also gave me the opportunity to appreciate the small things. Now, those of y'all who are urban lovers who follow this channel, y'all know one thing about me. Y'all know without a shadow of doubt that I'm that type of person that I am a stickler for. I want things to be as perfected as possible. I really do. I'm not going to deny I do. That's why I work so hard doing what I do. Okay. But sometimes I'll get into that mindset mentality that is not good enough. Even though I know it is. Even though when people confirm that it is. Sometimes I get in that mindset like, ugh. But when I was being still, right, on my birthday weekend, when I was being still, do absolutely nothing, it allowed me to appreciate the finer things in life. It allowed me to appreciate the things that I have accomplished. I accomplished a whole lot. I accomplished continue to be a great husband to my wife. I continue to be the best father for my children to the best of my ability. I accomplished being a professional to my colleagues and coworkers. I also accomplished being a podcaster as well too on these YouTube and social media streets. So it allowed me to just be thankful for that because I have did a whole lot, whole lot, y'all. And the reason why I'm sharing this with y'all is because maybe some of y'all was feeling the same way how I was feeling, where you feel like you're not doing enough. Feel like that you gotta do even more and even more, right? Maybe it may be a possibility that you probably just need to just be still for a moment. Be still, chill out, and just enjoy the moment. Sit back and reflect everything that you already have done, whether it being accomplished or not, whether it's in progression or not. Just sit back and reevaluate that and think about that. And when you do that, you should come to the same realization as I did, or come to the same revelation or the same enlightenment as I did, which is to appreciate the finer things of life, to appreciate even the simplest thing that you did. Because that helps with you not only mentally, but it helps with you spiritually. So that's why I wanted to just quickly bring that up, and I wanted to show y'all that I really do appreciate y'all a whole lot. I do. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I do. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this podcast today. All right? Let's jump to it today. Shout out everyone who watching right now. Shout out everyone who's in the chat right now on Country Thug. I see you, brother. Happy belated birthday. Appreciate you a whole lot. Salute to you, man. Like I always. Appreciate you when you pull up. Appreciate you. Constance, she's in the building as well too. She said, what's up? And she was asking me, how's my birthday? Overall, my birthday is good. I am very, 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 very happy about my birthday. I'm very happy about the things that happen on my birthday. And yes, Constant, I got my polo shirt. Matter of fact, I'm wearing one of them right now too. Shoot.
What?
Show them. I'm wearing one of them right now. So I'm very appreciative. I'm very appreciative from the bottom of my heart. I am. One other thing too, I had to kind of push my stream back a little bit because, as y'all know, those of y'all with younger children, most of the younger children are out for spring break right now. So, so I had to make sure that the children are, taken care of prior before doing this podcast. All right. So that's it. So they're here right now. Matter of fact, they're here, cooking them breakfast. Matter of fact, when my daughter, she came in and asked me like, do you want some bacon and egg for breakfast? Yes, she literally was trying to cook breakfast. I kindly told her no, not because that she don't know how to cook. What she do? She know how to cook. She know how to cook. Because me and her mom taught her how to cook. And she's only, 12, 13 years old, somewhere around there? But no, 13, 14. She's somewhere around there. Somewhere around there, all right? So she knows how to cook. It was just that I just didn't want no bacon and eggs this morning. I didn't have a taste for bacon and eggs. But normally, in the other situation, I'll be in the egg breakfast that she cooked. So she's in our cooking right now for everyone, watching, TV in the living room. They doing that thing and enjoying being out on spring break. So those of y'all who have children, y'all know how it is with the kids out for spring break. So that's why I kind of delayed the podcast as long as possible. All right. So without further ado, I want to hold y'all long. I do have one show that I want to share with y'all today. Like I always, it's going to be a pretty interesting topic. I want to get y'all perspective about this, all right? Because these are one of these things that I kind of mentioned about a lot on my podcast, but at the same time, I really don't go into like real detail about it. I just want to share my anecdotal experience about it. But today, not only I'm going to go into detail about this, but I'm once again going to show you my anecdotal experiences about this, all right? So today podcast, we're going to talk about why men find single mother with kids undesirable. Once again, why do men find single mom with kids undesirable? Now, in order to give y'all clarity about what I'm talking about a particular type of men, all right? Because I know that there are men out there right now who would date single moms. I know that. I know. But I'm talking about a particular type of men. These type of men that I'm talking about are the men who are single without children. These type of men who are single without children, majority of them will not date single mothers. Okay? As a matter of fact, I often encourage single men to not date single mothers with children, period. I often encourage for them to date just a single woman. I often encourage them that every single time. Now, the reason why is because through my anecdotal experiences, I know that if you're a single man and you try to date a single mom, 9 times out of 10, it is not going to work out in your favor. It's just not. It is not. Their type of one relationship tend to turn out to be toxic. Today on this show, we're going to want to talk about that. We're going to actually jump into the reason why single men shouldn't date single mothers, period. Just don't do it. If you're a man out here right now, please, for the love of God, do not become a simp. Do not let these single mothers try to manipulate you into dating them. I don't care how good they look. I don't care how good they look at the club. I don't care how good they look at the grocery store. I don't care how good they look with taking care of their children while they at Target. Just don't do it at all. Don't do it at all. Do not do it. Because you as being a single man, it is not worth it. It is not a good investment for you. Period. Today on this show, I'm going to let you know the reason why. The reason why you shouldn't. And of course, this is going to be generalizations, and this is also going to be based on my own anecdotal experience too. But I'm going to educate y'all on this today, all right? So, well, without further ado, let's go jump into this, all right? What sparked this conversation for me talking about this is because I've seen a video on TikTok regarding this situation, all right? This video that I'm showing with y'all on TikTok, it's kind of ironic, right, that women are starting to realize that they shouldn't allow themselves to date single men anyway. They're starting to realize this. So, on this clip that I'm going to share with y'all today, there's a woman. She's going to want. She's on the show, right? She's going to ask a very important question, and I want to hear your perspective on what she's going to say. All right. So, without further ado, let's go and jump into this, y'all. I want y'all to listen to what she has to say about this conversation and listen to the dialogue that's going to be shared as well too. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the stream. Make sure you hit the like button as you come into the house as well too. Trust me, you come to the house, we don't bite, As long as you abide by, YouTube community guidelines and standards, we welcome all, including trolls, all right? Once again, as long as you abide by the one guidelines of YouTube community standards, that's all I ask for. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hear what this young lady had to say and listen to this dialogue about this, all right?
I'm a mom of 7, and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is hold on. We're talking about 7 children. Okay.
Now, I do want to stop it right there real quick. Notice the other woman, her first question that she asked was, did they have the same father? Do they have the same father? Or does she have multiple baby daddies? I'm going to be 100% real with y'all on this. It doesn't matter if they only have one father. It doesn't matter if they have several baby dads. It does not matter. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, it just not worth it. Okay? But let us continue. Let's continue.
Children is still capable of finding someone.
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is hold on. We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on one person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own.
Yep.
That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids.
Right.
But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, hear me out.
There are a lot of things that she said on this clip that I want to bring to your attention. All right? And we're gonna break this down, y'all. We're gonna break this down. All right. So let's break it down real quick. All right, let's go.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is hold on. We're talking about 7 children. Okay, this is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man.
Now, she started out by saying that it is absolutely possible for her to find a quality man. Now, I had to agree with her on that it's possible. It is very possible for her to find a quality man. But the only but to that is that quality man that you're referring to normally be beta males, okay? Because in these type of situations, it normally be beta males who will try to take on the responsibility of trying to get a single mother with kids. Because for some strange reason, beta males feel like that they could save people. They feel like that they are captive saviors. They feel like they could save that woman. They feel like that that they could show that woman something different. So they end up getting into these relationships, and 9 times out of 10, these relationships do not work out in his favor.
What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children.
And another thing that I want to bring to y'all attention, y'all remember when I tell y'all the different experiences of dating for us, how the way women perceive dating and how the way that men perceive dating, right? I told you that women they're looking for men to be the provider. They're looking for men to secure them. Okay. So even in this situation, it's not only about trying to find a man to this date to, have sex with them, right? But it's about securing them, right? It's about them having that type of security. Part of that security is financial. Whenever one men go out and date, right, we don't look for security, right? We look for companionship. But women, they look for to be secure in a relationship. And security, once again, that deals with the financial part, the big part of it, deals with finances. That's why this woman led off to say that, because she know as a woman that she want to be financially secure. She want her and her kids to be financially secure. But the thing about it is this. If this woman already has 7 children, best believe that woman already is financially secure. She already have a job, right? And I'm pretty certain that she probably more than likely have the children father on child support. I believe that this same woman, when I was doing a little bit of research on this, I believe that the same woman was married and she became divorced. And so I believe that not only she is receiving child support, but I also believe that she may be receiving alimony as well, too. So she's working. She's receiving, you might as well say, government assistance. So she is financially secure within herself. But the thing about it is that she don't want to be financially secure. She don't want to use her finances to take care of herself and her children. She wants to find a man to do that for her. So she could utilize her financial expense and do whatever the hell she want to do with it. Versus this man using his own income to provide for her and her children. That's ultimately where it boils down to. Y'all remember the situation with Risa Tisa, right? Y'all remember that? Risa Tisa, whole situation dealt with her that she wanted a man to financially secure her. That's where it boils down to. Before her meeting that dude, right, she was already financially secure. She had a job and she was taking care of bills and different things like that. But the thing about it is that she did not want to do that. She didn't want to spend her money, quote unquote, being a dub. Take care of bills. Take care of her financial obligations. And also utilizing her financial obligations to do things for her, like try to go out on trips and different things like that. She doesn't want to do that. But she wanted that dude to do that on her behalf. And this is the problem that a lot of men have with these type of modern day women, is that they want men to do all to take care of for them. While when they have their own money or their own bag, right, they want to do whatever the hell they want to with it. And it be men out there who are beta males. They be out there and they allow the women to do that. And the reason why these men allow these women to do that is because these dudes are beta males. They won't put their foot down. They won't have what she was talking about earlier, structure in their relationship to tell like, hey, if I'm going to take care of all these bills and different things like that in this household, which I don't mind doing, you're going to have to also give into this relationship as well too. You can't just have your money and just do whatever you want when you want to do it. No, there are other obligations that need to be taken care of in this household too. So if that man is paying the bills and take care of the main expenses and stuff like that, house, car note, all these different things, right? You need to be buying groceries. You need to be buying clothes. You need to have them children. You need to have the children, have us and all the children on your medical insurance, paying for medical insurance for the whole household. You need to be doing something. You're not going to sit up there and just not do anything. It does spend your money on going Amazon shopping or going Temu shopping or, do whatever you want when you want. No, it doesn't work like that. In relationships. But men allow the women to do that. And then they get upset. They get upset at these women. Especially men who never had children before. and date these single mothers, because that's exactly what these single mothers will do. They know that they have all this obligation, financial obligation with them, right? But instead of them utilize it for the household, they want to utilize it for their personal needs. I'm just saying, y'all. But let's continue.
And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on one person is a lot to create structure in.
And that is true. The reason why it's difficult to create structure in that household, it's not because, per se, of the behavior of the children. It's not because of that. But actually, it's because of the behavior of the mother. Typically in these situations, right, the single mother already had developed a system of her personal structure with her children. She already developed a type of disciplinary system with them. Typically in this situation, especially dealing with modern day women, is that their structured system is this. They, instead of them being the authoritarian, like how the way they need to be with their children, guess what they do? They opt out of being the authoritarian, right? And they rather be their children's friend. They rather be their children's homegirl. They rather put their children on the same level as them, where the children is talking to them like, 2 grown adults is talking. They rather do that. The reason why these single mothers do that is because they want that love and admiration from their children. That type of love and admiration that they want for their children that comes from their lack of having a man in their life. So guess what they do? They replace that with their children, especially if they have sons. Especially if they have sons. They will treat their sons as a man-child. They'll treat their sons as their boyfriend or as their husband. They will. And they'll sit up here, raise this dude up to be a straight beta. They'll raise this dude up and train this dude up to cater to women, to do all these things, to, cater to a woman, to do all these things for a woman without training that dude to have structure. Thus, when that dude become a grown adult, he end up becoming a beta male. He end up meeting these same type of women, thinking that he's accomplishing the goals that his mother had raised him to be, which that's not true. But when that man comes into the household, right, and he wants to reinvent that structure, guess what's going to happen? That woman is not going to like that, because she already had established a said structure with the children. But what she want going to happen is this. She going to want for that dude to submit to her structure. Once again, she's going to want that man to submit to her structure instead of the other way around of her submitting to his structure. And guess what? It's going to create conflict in the relationship. Then on top of that, the children are going to see the conflict. And guess what them children are going to do? Them children are going to sit up here and play sides. They're going to try to manipulate that situation. They're going to try to manipulate and milk out as much as possible what they can get out of that. Even if it takes for them lying, that's what they're going to do. So that's why I say, if you're a single mom man and you're trying to get into a relationship with these single mom, don't do it, because it's not worth it. But let's continue.
So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own.
Yep.
That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids.
And that's true. And here's another weird thing about this situation, all right? These single mothers, they do want men to love the children as their own. That is true. But there's a stipulation behind it. They want the men to love the children as their own, but they want that man to love the children on the same level of love as they do. What do I mean by that? Once again, just like the example I was giving y'all earlier about how the way these single mothers, instead of them being authoritarian, instead of them showing that there's a difference between being a parent and being a child, and there's levels to this, right? They want that man to be on that same level as how the way she is, or that same level of thinking or ideology. They do. So they want that man to come in and love them the same level as they do. If he don't conform to that, guess what? It's going to be a problem. Instead of it being the other way around, instead of her appreciating this dude and loving this dude for who he is, especially if he's a good quality dude, the dude is not toxic, he's not narcissistic or anything like that. But in most cases, these single mothers, since they already have a system in place, they're not going to submit to that. They're not going to submit to change at all, period. So that's why, once again, it is not worth it.
But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, here.
And so she shake her head and said, no, I don't want to work out with a single father. Now, automatically that should be a red flag.
What?
That should be a red flag. That should be a red flag to answer the question, what was it so damaging that you can't work it out with their father? Especially when you know you have 7 kids. What was so damaging, what was so toxic in this relationship to where you can't, y'all, it does, it couldn't be repaired? What was so damaging to that? Now, if you're a single man, that should be the very first question you should ask a single mother is why your relationship did not work out with your baby daddy. Ask them question why. Then 9 times out of 10, they're gonna give you their little anecdotal experience, and they're gonna try to play the victim. Well, he did this, he did that, whatever. You be like, okay, understandable. Then that's when you should ask the follow-up question of, well, what is it that you feel like that you did in this relationship to cause it to be that way? If they give you some weird answer, tell me, I didn't do nothing, best believe they're lying. Best believe they're lying. But let me show y'all this video, all right? I want y'all to listen to this TikToker one, because she has something to say about this particular video that I just showed y'all, all right?
Some of y'all woke up this morning on this Good Fine Tuesday and said, I'm a hate kitty. Make sure when you say I hate you, you send a purple heart. I like purple. Let's talk about the video that y'all keep on DMing me about. The woman with 7 kids, all under the age of 12. When asked about the divorce, there was no abuse or anything like that. It was just common issues that couples face. 12 years, maybe more than 12 years of time where you could have actually focused on what the actual problems were. But this is the issue that I have with so many women. I don't dilute reality. Out of 12 years, you kept up with your sexual obligation and you stayed pregnant, 7 children, but you didn't keep up. Neither one of you all kept up. You nor that man kept up with the obligations of what is going to make a relationship and a marriage sustain. You didn't fix the problems by keep on having kids. She asked if she can have a quality man. You absolutely can have a quality man. Now let's factor in some stuff with y'all selfish tales, because some of y'all are so selfish. I always talking about, I want a quality man, a quality man. What do you think he's going to want? A quality woman as well. And quality just does not mean financially. It just doesn't mean because you can submit and take care of the household and tend to his sexual needs. No. Relationships take attention, time, togetherness, collaboration, things like that. And when we factor in children, especially a good number of children, is it going to be a quality relationship? You know how many times I have had couples, blended families, merged families together, where there was a man who complained that she won't let me discipline her kids. She won't let me discipline her son. And I'm not talking about whooping them. I'm talking about actually creating structure for a child, especially young boys. If I can tell y'all all of the horror stories from how women have enabled their children come into a relationship with selfish needs. They had children, but all they focused on is if a man can make them feel good, what can he do for me? And not consider the relationship that he has to have with the children.
And all of that is facts. That's the point that I'm trying to convey to y'all today. Is these type of women when they be in this relationship, right? They always tend to be thinking about themselves. Even when they have children, they tend to think about themselves. Even though they try to allude that me and my children is a package deal. But in reality, what they really mean is that I want you to conform to my ideology. I want you to conform to my particular structure, how the way I help things ran in this particular household. And they want that dude to submit to that. But what if that dude don't want to submit to that? What if that dude don't like the structure that you have? Then what's going to happen then? What's going to happen then? Then another point that she made was that, hey, you mean to tell me that within the 12 years of being in a relationship, right, and you both of y'all both creating these beautiful children, right, that y'all never at once took the time out to deal with y'all personal problems, so y'all felt like dealing with your personal problems is for you to have even more children or to have even more sex or whatever? Because obviously, sex was not the issue. Obviously, it wasn't. So it had to be something else that was more happening there that was an issue. And instead of y'all dealing with that, you decided to do the latter. Had over 12 years to deal with whatever it is that is happening with you or that's going on in a relationship, but you choose not to deal with it. Why? Then once when you finally deal with it, the solution was that you wanted to get divorced. Fine. If that's what both of y'all agreed upon doing, fine. Nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and get your divorce. Go ahead and go your separate ways and y'all co-parent together. Because even though when you get a divorce, that doesn't mean that y'all relationship is over. Matter of fact, let me go on the main screen. Say it one more time. Even though you get a divorce, that doesn't mean that your relationship ends at that divorce. When you have children, it don't. Your intimacy ends when you divorce, but however, y'all overall relationship does not end. What do I mean? Y'all enter into a new level of relationship where y'all are co-parent together. So when you co-parent together, that's a relationship. So that relationship is keep going. But what tend to happen is this. Y'all want to, and I'm talking about both men and women who are in this situation, y'all want to use your pain and hurt and guilt or whatever the case may be that happened in your relationship, and you want to use that to try to dictate and control your parenting. Knowing you want to try to use that to dictate, control your parenting, you want to try to dictate and control structure. Meaning that you want your baby daddy to have the same structure as you. Even when the children ain't even in the same household together, you want to try to dictate and control that. You want to tell your baby daddy that you need to discipline the kids this way, that way, that way. And vice versa. The baby daddy want to tell the baby mama that you should discipline the kids this way, that way, that way, when they're not even existing in the same household. You cannot do that. You cannot. You, both of y'all have to find a type of way where you could come together in an agreement to where y'all could co-parent together. Because remember I said earlier, children would pick up on the dysfunction of the parents. And guess what they would do? They would use that to their advantage. They'll use that to try to play sides. They will. But you cannot allow them to do that. The best way you could prevent that is for you, both you and the significant other, right? For y'all to have structure with each other, for y'all to have some type of understanding with each other, to co-parent effectively with each other. Let all that bullcrap go about how the relationship failed and all, whatever. Let all that feelings go and be focusing on the task at hand, which is being single parents. I'm just saying.
And I'm not talking about taking him to school or buying him something to eat. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about the things that make that person a parent or a father. Somebody wrote me and said, well, she has her own money. And if she gets sick, honey bun, when a woman has all the children, okay, you get sick, you have a relationship with this man. I'm sure you're going to hope that he looks out for you in some type of way. But looking out for you also means that he has to look out for 7 other human beings as well. When those kids enter this relationship with you, because if you all, with your delusional selves, believe that a woman is just going to enter the relationship for herself with just her and that man and she has 7 children, man, how delusional are you to believe that? This woman is entering the relationship with 7 dependents. That means that this man is possibly taking on 8 dependents. Because if something happens to that woman, no matter how good she is financially, she's going to have to rely and depend on him. And so are her children. Does that not make sense to you all?
Now, once again, I also want to reiterate that this whole particular situation is dealing with a single man coming into a relationship with a single mother, all right? Now, the other things that I was talking about, like for us, the divorce and stuff like that, I was talking about that particular situation with that single mom divorcing the father, all right? But she's talking about what we're talking about right now, all right?
Which is the reason why I said he has to have the financial footing. We know when y'all talk about a quality man, you're not just talking about morals and behaviors and stuff. You're talking about financial stability and security as well. Stop playing with me. I don't even have 7 children, but I have enough children to tell you that, yeah, sometimes tending to all of my children's needs takes away from my marriage. And we have to be really, really, really conscious of the effort that we put into one another, considering the fact that we do have a blended family with multiple kids. So if we're talking about 7 kids, baby, I saw some of the messages in my DM and I was like, wow, something's really wrong with y'all. And
I do want to make this on point as well too. She said this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit.
Enough children to tell you that, yeah, sometimes tending to all
Go back a little bit further.
The financial footing. We know when y'all talk about a quality man, you're not just talking about morals and behaviors and stuff. You're talking about financial stability and security as well. Stop playing with me. I don't even have 7 children, but I have enough children to tell you that, yeah, sometimes tending to all of my children's needs takes away from my marriage. And we have to be really, really, really conscious of the effort that we put into one another.
And I wanted to rewind it back to that point is because I agree with that. Now, me being a husband, and not only being a husband, but me and my wife, we have what is known as a blended family too. Now, those of y'all who are urban lovers, I tell y'all this all the time that our children have so many different activities going on, cheerleading and track and military and art, ballet, all kind of different activities going on. So whenever we tend to the needs of the children, it do be a point of time where the needs of us in our marriage will be led straight away. It's not because that we love the children more than we love each other. It is because we're fulfilling our obligation as parents. Because when you're parents, you want the best for your children. So you'll put them in situations where will favor them along the line when they become older. And so you'll invest all your time, your energy, your resources, everything to pour into them. Now, I want to let y'all know as parents, it is nothing wrong with that. It's not. But however, at the same time, when these situations do happen, there are sacrifices that happen. And majority of the time, that type of sacrifices is that you're not spending as much quality time with your husband or wife. And it happens that way. So, how the way to deviate from that is this. Like I want to share with y'all, right? One of the biggest things that me and Mrs. Urban do is that we will put aside the time at least once or twice a month where we will drop every type of one commitment that we have going on with the children, and we will focus on ourselves. We will go out on dates with each other. We'll take ourselves out on dates. Sometimes we'll take a day trip where we'll fly out somewhere to spend time with each other. If we're not able to do that, we will create opportunities or moments where we're just in each other's presence, just spending time with each other, because we know that we both are busy. I believe that's sometimes in these situations that could cause a marriage to fail. It's because you lacking that quality time with each other. But for us experience, from one husband to another, if there are men watching this right now, you have to make that a point of making sure that you want to correct that structure. That's not only for the truth, but making that structure for you and your wife, that y'all got to at least spend some type of quality time with each other, because if not, then that relationship is not going to work. But let's continue.
Considering the fact that we do have a blended family with multiple kids. So if we're talking about 7 kids, baby. I saw some of the messages in my DM and I was like, wow, something's really wrong with y'all. And I feel bad for whoever's dealing with y'all. I really do. To sit here and come out so selfishly, so entitled. This is for you all in the DMs. To think that all that matters is a quality man meeting her needs. Like she's not going to have to show up in that relationship with that quality man that she desires to meet his needs and give a quality relationship and make sure she has balance on her side. Lets me know why so many of y'all relationships fail, because y'all are selfish. When we're talking about we want a quality person, it starts off with what I want. What can you give, honey bun? Like I said, 7 children.
Yeah, exactly. And I say this all the time, that women are egotistical. That they are egotistical to the point where they just want the man to want to give to them, but they don't want to give and take at all, period. And I mean that too. Some women are really like that, where they want the man to pour out all their energy and finances, resources, and effort to them, but they don't want to reciprocate because they feel like they're entitled to that. But when you're into a relationship, especially if a single mom trying to get a single man to try to date them with their children, it got to be a give and take thing. You have to give as much as you're willing to take, straight up. But a lot of them don't want to do that.
Oldest was 12. I think the youngest was maybe around 4 or 5 or something like that. That is 12 plus years that you all could have fixed the problems, but you chose to either mask the problems or try to fix the problems by constantly having kids. You can absolutely find a unicorn. Many of us have found a unicorn, but it's not promising. And I don't like to delude reality, and I don't like to give people false hope. Give you something to put on your brain as you are pursuing or looking for a quality man. With a child that's that young, and this child really can't do much for themselves, they're going to rely on you as a mother. You need to put your focus into your children. Let them get a little older first. I know we have needs, don't get me wrong, unless you want to go have somebody that you can just link up with and, do your thing from time to time. Yeah, but if you're talking about somebody you can actually create a relationship or create a new marriage with, there's some stuff that you got to factor in. And I think it's beautiful that this woman has everything going for herself. I do. but reality is still there. But all in all, on this fine day, I take hate gifts as well. If y'all want to send me some money to go give me some Starbucks, I'll take it. Y'all have a good day. Bye, babies.
And yeah, once again, everything that she said, I agree with her 100%. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm talking about, is that everything has to be with give and take. And also, at the end of the day, I just honestly do not recommend a single man to date a single mother, period. Just don't do it. Because it is too much stuff that you have to deal with, too many things that you have to factor in, which I have gave to you. And also, this TikToker, she's a woman, by the way. She's a woman. And she's telling you straight up the things that you're going to have to deal with, the things that you want to factor in, and being realistic about it. The biggest thing is the structure part with the children. One other thing that I didn't mention about, but I'm going to give it an honorable mention to the reason why you shouldn't date a single mother is this. The honorable mention is this. The moment that you decide to procreate with this woman, right? That's when the situation is going to become different. What I mean, what typically happens is that man will start to favor his child more than all the rest of the other children, because that's his child, that's his actual seed. In reality, it is nothing wrong with that, because that is normal behavior. It is. Just like it's vice versa. Let's say, for example, it's a single father who has 7 kids, and he just so happened to procreate with this single woman. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to tend to have favoritism over her child that she literally procreated with this dude versus all the rest of the children. Once again, it ain't nothing wrong with that, because it's normal behavior. But at the same time, it's going to create situations with the children, where the children going to be thinking, oh, you showing he or she more love than me, and all these different things. So to deviate from all that, just do not do it. If you're a single man, do not date single mothers. If you're a single woman, do not date single fathers, period. Just don't do it, because it is not a good investment, and it's just not worth it, period. So other than that, y'all, this was going to be a short show anyway, y'all. That's all I have for this particular topic. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this situation. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you disagree with it? Do you agree with what the young lady on the other video was saying too? Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with that? Do you feel like that women should be entitled to date whoever they want to date, whenever they want to date them? How y'all feel about that? Y'all let me know in the comment as well too, right? So other than that, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the podcast. Make sure you always have your notifications set when I do go live, and I will see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all, and y'all be safe.